What if a billionaire who profits from destroying companies got lost in the middle of Los Angeles, and the only person who could help him was someone society insists on ignoring? An adult film actress. High up in the Hollywood Hills, a fancy party is underway, where Edward Lewis is the guest of honor. After all, nothing says success like tearing companies apart for profit. In another room, he's on the phone trying to convince his girlfriend to drop her life and follow him. Spoiler, she's not buying it. She breaks up with him right then and there, probably the best emotional investment she ever made. Edward leaves the party driving his lawyer's car, a Lotus Esprit, even though he doesn't know how to drive stick, because, of course, the man can dismantle corporations, but a clutch? Way too complicated. He ends up lost on Hollywood Boulevard, where he meets Vivian Ward, a sex worker who's more impressed by the car than by him. Priorities. Vivian agrees to help him get to Beverly Hills, for a fee, of course. She ends up driving him to the Regent Beverly Wilshire Hotel, where Edward is staying, and in a typically impulsive billionaire move, he hires her to spend the night. Nothing unusual here, just another casual encounter that definitely won't turn into a Hollywood classic. The next morning, Edward decides to take things a step further. He pays Vivian to pretend to be his girlfriend for a week of business events. The offer? $33,000 and a new wardrobe, because nothing says healthy romance like a clearly defined financial contract. Vivian accepts, and honestly, who wouldn't? But when she tries to shop on Rodeo Drive, she's treated like trash by snobby salespeople. Classic. Luckily, the hotel manager, Barney, steps in as the real MVP and helps transform Vivian for an important dinner. And when Edward sees her, yeah, he's completely speechless. At dinner with James Morris and his grandson David, things don't go so well. Turns out people don't like it when you plan to dismantle their companies. Who would have thought? Still, Edward begins to change, opening up emotionally, a rare event. Vivian is clearly having an effect on him. And no, it's not just the expensive dress. After a shopping spree worthy of an unlimited credit card, Vivian returns to the store that rejected her and delivers one of the most iconic comebacks ever. Big mistake. Simple, elegant, and absolutely devastating. Meanwhile, the lawyer Philip starts to suspect that Vivian is interfering with business. In other words, Edward is starting to act like a human being. Tensions rise, especially when Philip crosses the line and Edward finally does something unexpected. He chooses people over money. He decides to help James save his company instead of destroying it. A plot twist worthy of Basic Instinct? Not quite, but still surprising for someone who profits from chaos. Vivian, on the other hand, wants more than to be kept. She wants respect, and maybe something real. After some intense moments, including a trip to the opera that deeply moves her, she decides to leave and change her life. The plan? San Francisco, school, and leaving the past behind. Finally, an adult decision in the middle of this wild storyline. But wait, this is still Pretty Woman. Edward realizes he wants more, rushes to her apartment with flowers, and in a completely over-the-top and slightly dangerous gesture, climbs up the fire escape like the knight she always dreamed of. Happy ending? Of course. Originally, the script for Pretty Woman was much darker and more realistic without this fairy tale ending. The studio decided to change everything and turn the film into one of the most iconic romances in history. Now, tell me, do you think Edward really changed, or was it just a temporary moment influenced by Vivian? And if you enjoyed this twist-filled story, just wait until you see the last video on the channel. There's another even more absurd plot that will keep you hooked from beginning to end. Just click the video on your screen. I'll see you there.